Hi there, welcome back. Today we're going to tie an old classic nymph, the Prince Nymph. This is something that should be in everybody's box. It's a great searching pattern and is often highly effective in riffly water, and it's something that I go to when I don't seem to see anything else around. You don't see any bugs hatching. Prince Nymph is a good searching pattern. My good friend Louis the Legend used to say, "The prince is king," something you should always have on your fingertips, ready to go. We're starting with a 2XL nymph hook here. This is size 16. And I've got a 3 30-seconds tungsten bead in copper. For the thread, we'll be doing the Simplify Nano Silk 12-aught red. I like to use red from our Prince Nymphs. It puts a nice little collar behind the bead. Gives it a little hot spot. We'll start by tying our thread on here behind the bead. And come down here and get ready for the tail. Tail, we're going to use some tan goose biot. So here's some goose biot. I've got the tan. I'll go ahead and clip off a couple of those. Bring those up and put them off to each other so you get a nice little V. And on both sides of the hook here, I like to start them on my side of the hook to begin with, so they kind of twist over the top to torque the thread. You get a nice little V with the goose biots there. Go ahead and wrap those forward. Trim off the butts. Cover those up. And upon the ribbing, for the ribbing we're going to be using the UTC Ultra Wire. This is a copper small size. You could use medium. I happen to have the small one handy here, so the small one for this one. Size 16 is kind of in between the small and medium, but use either one. If you want a little more weight, you can use a medium wire. Now for the abdomen and thorax here, I'm going to use the peacock herl. So go ahead and grab a couple of the nice fluffy fibers here, close to the eye. And I clip off the tips. And then I'm going to tie those in. Look back here towards the tail. Put my thread forward. I'm going to go ahead and wrap those. One up the shank, all the way just behind the bead. Fine, about there. Leave a little extra room for the hackle there. Take those off. And as you always do when you do a ribbing, you want to counter wrap what your abdomen was. So I'm going to wrap this the opposite direction. I wrapped the herl. Give it a little more structure and strength. Capture that and tie it off. Look after that. I'm going to put on some hackle. Now for the hackle, I'm using this brown. And for you old timers out there, you might appreciate this. This is actually a Hoffman neck that I've had for so many years, I hate to admit. You just don't know, the Hoffman is the brand name before they became Whiting. So it's basically a Whiting hackle, but the old Hoffman brand. Go ahead and tie this in. You want to do this wet hackle style. The darker color facing forward. 3 or 4 wraps. Don't need a lot for this. Capture that. And for the horns, we call them the horns, these little white goose bias go over the back. I'm taking some white goose bie out here. I'm going to cut them off a pair. I'm going to tie these in individually over the back. You can do them together. I find they work better if you kind of put them in one at a time. And I angle them over the back about like so. So you got about a 15-degree angle or so over the back of the body. I'm going to put this on top, and I want the horns to go back here just to the end of the abdomen there. Capture that. So that's right over the back of the body. Fold that back to give it a little more structure. And break that off. So there's one horn. I'm going to take my second one that I cut off here. And go the opposite direction. I'm going to cross it over to the same length as the other one. Going over the other direction, the other side. Fold that over at the butt. You can break that off. Now whip finish. You notice that nice broad red band I have there behind the bead. Gives it a little bit more color and with a hot spot there. To enhance that, I'm going to put a little bit of varnish on there, on those red wraps, to make them really pop. A little bit of microfiber get captured there. I'm going to go ahead and take some of my UV varnish here. Put a little drop on there. Spread that around with my bodkin. Give that a quick zap with my light. And that'll do. And there we have the Prince Nymph. Old time classic you should always have in your box. Give it a try. Happy tying.